when someone gets started into doing drag, at first it's like, oh, yay, yay. And then sometimes there's a high turnover rate because a lot of the gay community wants to just do drag just to get popular. And that pisses me off. If you want to do drag, you do it for the art, not for the popularity. And, and, it was just one of those things where, like, more recently I've been really treating, the industry like it's acting. And so it's, you grow, you have several levels of reinvention the more you entertain. Especially, like, with me, like, I am a powerhouse dancer. But now I'm really, like, exploring the more theatrical side of it. And that's why I decided to do Jack Skellington. I thought so hard, okay. And I went back to all my forensics training.
You want to grow.
Yeah, you want to grow. You don't want to just be one type of entertainer. And there are you want to hit all sorts of fields. And there are all sorts of drag queens. You have your skin queens, which I consider basically they just get naked. They come out in nothing but pasties, and how they put it away, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. because I've seen the before. You're in the dressing room. Obviously, you're gonna see some parts. Whatever. I saw him, and then he becomes she, and then it's completely tucked away, and she's naked, and I'm like, where did it go?
Oh my God.
And so then you have your powerhouse dancers, and then you have your ballad queens. They just want to look pretty, but they can deliver a ballad like no other. Then you have your complete costume queens. It's just so many different levels of drag. You have your comedy queens. Those are always fun. Everyone loves to laugh. And then you have your just, I don't know. I think the best way to do it is to go to an actual drag show. Actually, believe it or not, a lot of the straight community comes to the drag shows because they know they're not going to be bothered. A lot of the straight men will be like, I don't want to go, but when their girlfriends drag them to them, drag. Anyways, sorry, had to throw that in there. But when they're dragged to a drag show, then they realize, oh, their mind opens up a little bit. Me as a gay man, I'm not gonna bother you. If I may look at you if you're hot, yeah, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, what up? I'm not gonna bother you. I'm not gonna harass you. I'm there to have a good time. And they're like, yeah, it was actually pretty fun. Afterwards. And some of them are like, is that really a woman or is that a man? Some of them get questioned, and some of those get too freaky, and no. Personally, being a drag queen in Kansas, it is a little bit hard because, you get those that they're not so open to the drag community. But believe it or not, I actually don't get, like, the haters as much. It's actually quite conservative the way they keep their opinions to themselves. It's actually surprising, like, but then again, I also don't go out in drag in Kansas because I don't feel comfortable. Because I know how people are and I know how much of a Bible Belt this state is. Career-wise, it's very limiting because Kansas is one of the last states to actually get everything. And that includes fashion, it includes, not really movies. Just pop culture in general is where it lacks. And so there's not very many queens in Kansas unless you go to Wichita or Kansas City. Whereas I live in Junction City, Manhattan. I'm 2 to 3 hours away from everything. So, but when I moved to Omaha, that was a whole different venue. Like,
really?
Yeah, believe it or not, in Nebraska, drag is huge there. We're very close. We may not see each other outside of the shows because we're all working, but very much so, like, we're very close. It is a sisterhood and a brotherhood. It is, sometimes when you don't have anybody, each other is all you have. And so that's why, you have your drag mothers, you have your drag sisters, your brothers. You know, it can be very much of a close family. When it comes to drag queens, you know, we are just as human as Joe Schmo and Jane Doe out there. We're not any different from you. You know, and not even saying you as in a minority. We are all alike. We eat, we sleep, we laugh and we cry. You know, we fart, we burp, we love and we hate. We're just as human as anybody else. You know, just because we dress up in drag, it doesn't make us any less human. So I guess that's the number one thing I want to say, you know, and, well, I mean, as far as that.